Welcome everyone to the Pineleaf Needles channel update for October 2017, where I'll go over what I did during the months of August and September, and look at what my plans are for the month of October. So let's begin with what I did during August and September. In my Pineleaf and Mordor series, I concluded the section for Udun, the first part of Mordor, and I also ran through the first half of Dora Marth. I also completed the first two books of the Black Book of Mordor, which correspond to those two regions. I also concluded Book 1 in my Pineleaf Plays the Scholar series, and I've decided that that would be my stopping point for the series. This series planned to have a good deal of scholarly discussion in addition to the gameplay, and I decided that they did not fit too well in a 20-minute YouTube series type format. Perhaps maybe someday I'll be capable of doing it through a live stream series or the like, but until I have the ability to do that, I'll be shelving this series. I also went on to Bulwer in order to preview the next update for Lotro, where I went over the updates to the Mounts Collection panel, which has been greatly improved for this update. And in my Wellstopia series in Minecraft, I started building the dungeons below the temple, where I completed about the first third of the dungeons. On top of that, I also completed several tunnels in the Nether in order to help hook up the network through there, and I think transportation is going to be a lot more smooth in those two areas. So therefore, what are my plans for the month of October? We'll begin with my plans for Lotro, where I will be continuing my Mordor series on Mondays, Wednesdays, and on Fridays, where I plan to finish up Dora Marth and begin in Lingris. And I'm also hoping to be able to finish up the first part of Chapter 3, since Chapter 3 overlaps into several zones in the Black Book. So I'm hoping to at least do the Lingris section of Chapter 3 of the Black Book. Also in Lotro, I plan to start Season 2 of my Lore Master playthrough. Yes, the Lore Master playthrough that has been in hiatus for quite some time will be resuming, and I will be starting this, or I should say resuming this, in the Troll Shawls, which is approximately where I left off. I left off leaving the North Downs, and I will be resuming in the Troll Shawls. I may have done some play in between the series on this, so we'll see exactly where I pick things up. In Minecraft, I will do Wellstopia as a weekly series. This will come out on Sundays, and I'll have once a week, and this will be an update to show you how I am progressing on my temple, which I hoped will be the emphasis of my building for the next month. Finally, I am planning to have a sporadic series that I'll be starting called Pineleaf on Board, which will be my look at board games, especially solo and cooperative board games that have apps in Steam. So therefore I'll be playing through a number of those and seeing how well I do there. So those are my plans for the month of October. On Sunday we'll have Pineleaf Plays Minecraft Wellstopia. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we'll have Pineleaf and Mordor. And on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays we'll have Pineleaf Plays The Lore Master Season 2. And occasionally I'll hope to have episodes of Pineleaf on Board, but those will be extra episodes on top of anything I gave just above. And that's it for my plans for the month of October. I'll see you again in November if there are any significant changes on this coming up. But until that time, this is Pineelaf Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.